Baseball is back and all is right in the world. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Carton Show. We got Greg Jennings, who never played baseball, but he's a Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer. Cody Decker hit a lot of home runs. I do everything well. Here's the deal. Now that we had 4 games yesterday, baseball very quickly takes front and center. The Dodgers took care of business against the Padres, as you predicted.
Yes.
The upstart Phillies, look out for them as that virus continues to grow across America. And it's all of our worst nightmares that the Eagles are 5-0 and the wild card Phillies might actually make a run to a World Series. They beat Atlanta yesterday afternoon. And then, of course, the Houston Astros down big to the Seattle Mariners. It's 7-3 in the 8th. It's 7-5 in the 9th. They get 2 guys on base. They bring in a guy named Robbie Ray. He won the Cy Young last year.
He did.
He's not a relief pitcher, and he sucks against this guy. And 3-run home run later, the Houston Astros steal a W from the Seattle Mariners. Cody, go.
Listen, the Mariners are an incredibly good team, and this is their one chance. This game was their one chance to steal one from the Astros, who are the best team in the American League. Quite frankly, I don't think there's any team in the American League that can take them except maybe your New York Yankees.
Yeah, we're going to get to the Yankees in a second. Here's what I understand. That's Jordan Alvarez. Do we have sound of this, by the way? Because no, we have no sound of it. It's just a great home run call that you can get elsewhere. That being said, Robbie Ray's not a relief pitcher.
No.
His numbers do stink against him. Why would Scott Service bring him into that spot?
Because at the end of the day, there's no one on that team at all that's a better left-handed pitcher than Robbie Ray. You go with your best guy. He went with his best guy, and unfortunately, the Astros' best guy took him yard.
Yes, final score 8-7, and then let's get to the game that really matters, the New York Yankees. Now, I was watching last night, and to be honest, I was scared. And I'm not scared like I need to stay on the porch and get a dog scared. I was scared that something happened that I wasn't aware of. I love Bob Costas. He's one of the great broadcasters of all time. Bob Costas is doing play-by-play for TBS, and he started the broadcast off by telling us that the game almost didn't happen. I thought there was something terrible going on. Listen to what Bob had to say. It scared me.
Crowd here, but we weren't 100% sure this game was going to be played tonight. And for more, and it's shocking, here's Lauren Shahadi.
All right, stop it there. We weren't sure the game was going to be played 100%, and it was shocking. What went through your minds? If you didn't see it live last night, you're watching it right there. What could have gone through your mind? Nothing good.
Nothing good
Only
at all.
bad things like shootings, stabbings, fire, Armageddon, asteroids hitting the planet Earth, little men with, some type of weapons that we've never seen before taking out our police force. I went crazy thinking about what might have happened. Yeah.
Oh, good.
I went and made sure my kids were okay. I tucked the dog back into bed, and I said, whoo, we have survived something bad. And then Bob turned it over to another reporter for TBS who walked us through one of the dumbest things broadcast television has ever perpetrated on the American public that likes sporting events. And I feel bad for Bob Costas. Number one, he's a dope MC, as Tracy Morgan said many years ago. Number two, this is so beneath him, I'm surprised he allowed it to happen. Here's what the scandal was that almost stopped baseball from happening in the Bronx last night.
Guys, thank you so much. Wild stuff. Here's what we know. Apparently, one of the stars of HBO's House of the Dragon has decided to take in a ball game here in the Bronx. Officials are hopeful that the dragon won't breathe fire during gameplay, but we'll see if he complies. By the way, House of the Dragon is streaming on HBO Max if you want to check it out.
Yankee Stadium last night, and we're going to do a serious report about it as if the dragon was real. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. That's how bad baseball is, where they have to convince the American public there's a chance you might see a fire-breathing dragon in the Bronx. You see a lot of crazy stuff in the Bronx. I'm from there. Fire-breathing dragons aren't one of them, Greg.
Yeah, no, it would have been nice if they wouldn't have made it seem so real.
Right.
Like, seriously, I was thinking, what did I miss?
Like, come on, guys, aren't we better than that?
No.
We actually put a fake dragon over Yankee
The
Stadium.
dragon is pretty
Woo!
cool.
No, No, it's not, Dragon. Do not defend this.
No, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying the dragon itself. That looked good.
You're a dragon guy. You love, you're a puff guy, right? You're, one of those, I don't know, Barney guy.
Yep.
You love dragons.
Dinosaur.
What?
Barney was a dinosaur.
No,
but whatever.
at nighttime,
Dragon
Barney becomes a
dinosaur.
fire-breathing dragon.
Does it?
Apparently, dragon dinosaur is the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I've never seen one. Have you? Yeah. So that's how the Yankee game got started last night.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the heck they were doing at TBS. Please don't do it again. And I agree. The dragon itself is kind of dope, but not in that context. I swear to God, I thought there was a major calamity happening in the Bronx last night. Then the Yankees start playing. They're down 1-0, and then Mr. Harrison Bader ties the game at 1-1. Here's John Sterling on the call that we're not going to play for you right now, but here's what happens. The Yankees wind up getting a big home run later from Anthony Rizzo. All is well in the world. The New York Yankees win the game 4-1, their first home playoff game in 3 years, and the world is back at peace and everything's in its proper order. The New York Yankees are at home and they won a playoff game, and all of us are very happy.
Are you happy about Garrett Cole? You've never been a Garrett Cole guy, and Garrett Cole last night looked really good.
Yeah, he did, and he got out of the big bases loaded jam early, struck a guy out, and listen, it's all good. So the Yankees win, the Dodgers win, the Astros win. Philly's the only team that wasn't expected to win that wins the game, but baseball's back, and you saw some very good high-level baseball from really, really good teams. Yeah.
So this was important, and I can relate simply from being in Lambeau for so many years, the mystique of the frozen tundra and playoff football. But we had lost for a good portion of time leading up to our kind of run of being better as a team in the postseason. So with this pressure being off, winning that first game, the Yankees, man, they might just.
They're going to be.
By the way, it's a good point because there was also
just
pressure on his buddy Garrett Cole.
Yes.
Because the issue for the Yankees has been guys making $320 million. Has he been the ace that the Yankees expected him to be? And ever since that spider tack nonsense, his ERA would indicate he's not been that guy. His ERA is 3.5 runs as opposed to under 3 runs. That was a huge start for Garrett Cole last night. And you're right, the Yankees, like, there used to be a thing in Green Bay. I remember as a kid growing up hearing about it that, hey, if it's under 32 degrees, the Green Bay Packers have never lost a game at Lambeau Field, right? And then you lost like 5 out of 6.
We don't have to talk.
And the Giants went there and took care of business. But you're right. There's not a lot of buildings left in sports where the building itself has a mystique to it. Lambeau Field clearly is that place. Even though it hasn't been a dominating place for the Packers of late, it's still Lambeau Field. Fenway Park, I think, has that in Boston. Yankee Stadium, even though it's the new Yankee Stadium, has that in baseball. There's not a lot of places like that. Madison Square Garden, Nick Bass, when the Knicks have stunk for 25 years, but the building itself has a mystique. So last night, you got to see a building that was on fire last night, and not because of a dragon, because the New York Yankees did a good job. And I should mention that while baseball players were started, and we spent a lot of time here talking about football, I recognize that a lot of you guys are huge NHL fans. Now, the NHL started its regular season yesterday in a manner that I've never seen before. And for a moment, when the guys showed it to me this morning, because I wasn't watching hockey last night because the Yankees were playing, I swear to you, I thought that an NHL referee had been held hostage. I did. Like, you ever see those movies where the guy's held hostage and the terrorists are like, read that
card.
Yeah. Read that to prove you're still alive.
They are
and
being
it's got
nice
the
to
date
me.
on it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, here's today's newspaper. Oh, Billy's still alive. So the Rangers opened up the hockey season last night at Madison Square Garden against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I've never seen this before in my life. And again, you convinced me this is not a hostage video. Here's the referee on microphone starting last night's game.
To our great players and our great fans, welcome to opening night of the 2022-23 NHL season. What's better than this? Good luck to all players. Let's have a great season.
Tell my wife I love her. She is very special to me. I hope to come home soon. Send money or they will kill me by nightfall. Have a great game. Love to all.
The best line was, what's better than this? With no emotion.
Only thing missing was a dragon, Craig.
What is better than, hold on a second, this? The Rangers won that game. For those of you that do love hockey, I think it was 3-1 was the final. But I've never seen that before.
Oh, it's horrifying.
They took the referee with the least personality and said, you're going to start the NHL season.
Let one of the players do it.
Or something, somebody. There's got to be a celebrity hockey fan, right? Can't we go get Marky Mark or something?
What would you have done?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a hockey fan.
Well, but
I would
so
not have
what?
been chosen for that. Because nobody cares about hockey, Cody. Sorry about that, but that's just an actual fact.
You could have been there and be like, what's greater than this?
Put it this way. The only reason I'm talking about it is because of the hostage video. I couldn't even care less who won that game. But that's the way the NHL decided to open up the season. Let's hope that Adam Silver and the NBA doesn't do the same. Hi, my name is Draymond Green. I am so sorry for punching another person in the face. He has accepted my apology. It will not happen again. I love LeBron. Steph Curry is the GOAT. And let's have an enjoyable NBA season. Perfect. All right, listen, from baseball to hockey, now the sport you care most about, we got plenty of NFL football for you, including the craziest and weakest apology I've ever heard. And was it warranted? We're going to get into it right after this.
Some things leave you guessing. MailChimp takes the guesswork out of email marketing by analyzing data from billions of emails to offer suggestions for how to improve engagement and revenue. Guess less and sell more with Intuit MailChimp.
So Wendy's Biggie Bag is all this food for just $5, and we're not calling it the Reggie Bag?
Oh, no.
What if it's the Reggie Bush?
Definitely not.
The Biggie number 5 Bush?
No way.
Reggie Bush number 5 bag.
Oh, no.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
A Corona and palm trees.
A Corona and calm seas.
And a balm breeze.
And our strong knees.
It's Andy and Snoop.
And we're eating Guam cheese.
Guam cheese?
Yeah, I don't know. I ran out of rhymes.
That's half the fun of a new house. Seeing what people left behind in the attic.
Well, saving on homeowner's insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun, too.
Oh, it's a tiny dancer.
They left a ton of stuff up here.
Well, enjoy your house.
Nope. No, thank you.
Geico could help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Buying or selling a home can be one of the most stressful moments of your life. But it doesn't have to be. HomeLight is here to change that. HomeLight combines the best technology and agents onto one modern real estate platform. Join the millions of people who have used HomeLight to make buying and selling simple. It takes 2 minutes, and best of all, it's free. Buying and selling has never been more simple. Start today at HomeLight.com.
Fiverr freelancers developed my app exactly as I envisioned it.
All I did was log on. I found freelancers. I picked the one that would fit my budget and the one that had great reviews.
Join Fiverr today and get something going.
Hey, we got soul. Oh yeah, we got soul.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential, and what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Thuma.
Today on Fox and FS1, the NLDS continues with Game 2. First, the Phillies battle the Braves. Then the Padres
Monster shot!
take on the Dodgers. The NLDS Game 2, today on Fox and FS1.
Your portfolio is more than what you invest in. It's what you invest for. Morningstar Investor helps you find investments for whatever you're saving for, with clear-cut research and ratings and tools that give you a deeper understanding of your portfolio, so your strategy holds up for whatever lies ahead. Learn more about Morningstar Investor and start your free trial at morningstar.com/TV.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 brand and dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Lease a new 2023 Sportage LX for $279 a month.
Hey, hope you're having a great day. It's the Carton Show. Greg Jennings is here. That's Cody Decker right there. And let's get into the NFL. Nobody thought Washington versus Chicago tomorrow night was going to be what it is. Not very good. I know Amazon probably wants their money back yet again. Like, come on, guys, at some point, can you give us a game that people actually want to watch? Anyway, the one thing I do like about those games, when they come out, the color rush jerseys and whatnot. So the Chicago Bears showed the world what they're going to be wearing. If you guys want to show that video. And Roquan Smith, not a big fan of the jerseys that the Chicago Bears are going to be wearing. He said, I think it looks like a highlighter. To be fair, Roquan, that does not look like a highlighter. But I do have something in the NFL that does look like a highlighter. Let's just go back a couple days, Cody.
Yeah?
Let's just go back to your guy, Kyler Murray.
Oh, hey, my guy.
If you want to see a highlighter, this guy looks like a highlighter. He's deciding to go as a highlighter for Halloween. And that, of course, is Kyler Murray in the lime green suit. This was the video that the Bears put out first that Roquan was talking about. That makes them think of highlighters. Okay, fine. Kind of bright orange. Of course, the rest of the room is kind of dark, so
I like
what color wouldn't stick out in that regard, right? And then, of course, is Kyler Murray, who did dress up as a lime green highlighter walking into the game on Sunday. Yeah, that's a highlighter right there. Like, if the Bears dress like that, I would understand Roquan Smith not being all that much in favor of the new Bear look, yeah?
The Seattle Seahawks dress like that on their Thursday night game. So
And I like those jerseys. Yeah. Really? Maybe Kyler's sending a secret message. I really want to play for Pete Carroll. I'm gonna dress up like a Seahawk mascot until they trade for me, right? He did apparently apologize to the fashion world for wearing that suit. And speaking of apologies, and this is kind of interesting to me because Ron Rivera yesterday, I'm going to play this for you in a second, it seemed like he threw Carson Wentz right under the bus. There's context to everything, right? So from yesterday, just to remind you, here's what Ron Rivera said about why the Commodores are struggling so much this year.
Why do you think the teams in the division are farther ahead at this point?
Quarterback. I got no regrets about that quarterback. I think our quarterback has done some good things. There's been a couple of games that he struggled. But you look at his numbers from yesterday, and you would say, okay, look at his numbers he's had throughout the year. There was a time he was, very solid. And then, we had the unfortunate Philadelphia game.
You can stop it there.
Struggled a little bit in the Dallas game. But
nobody played the rest of this, right? You can't stop it.
It just shows you.
Everyone's talking about the one-word soundbite, which was quarterback. What's the problem with the team? Quarterback. How come you're losing? Quarterback. How come you're 1-4? Quarterback. He's talking about Carson Wentz. Do you think he owed Carson Wentz an apology before I get to it?
No.
Really?
No. Just simply because as a player, when the truth is being told, it's one thing. When he didn't say directly Carson Wentz has been horrible. The reporter continued on to ask him, which is why he said, I have no regrets.
Right.
The reporter says, well, you brought in your quarterback. And he says, yeah, I understand that. I don't have any regrets. That part right there was directed specifically at Carson Wentz. Specifically.
All right, so here's what happened yesterday, and then we'll get into it. He actually apologized, and he explained exactly what he did in a press conference yesterday. Here's more Ron Rivera. Check this out.
There was no reaction to it. I think, for the most part, we just had to make sure it was clarified yesterday, last night, and then today I had an opportunity to speak to the players, and I was very, upfront and just told them, hey, that's on me. I should know better. Me of all people should know better, to be honest.
Our offensive linemen stink. Hey, we're not getting defensive stops. He could have thrown anybody he wanted under the bus, and then, maybe he's got to address the entire team. But once you and I are good, why does he address the team about it? That's what I don't get.
When you address the team, as a head coach, you always talk about we win as a team, we lose as a team. It's not one play, it's not one player. No singular individual will cause us to win a game or lose a game. That's why you address the team. Even though you cleared up with Carson Wentz, that's great. You make sure your players know, look, I messed up, I own it. And everyone across the league, not just in Washington with the Commanders, loves Ron Rivera. He is an unbelievable individual. Forget coach. He's an unbelievable individual. And so this shows who he is. This is his character. This is who he is. I didn't feel like he needed to apologize because when you're speaking your truth, just sit in that. Stand in that. Like, I would have loved for him to say, you know what? I made the wrong decision.
I brought in the wrong quarterback.
I brought in the wrong quarterback.
Wow. By the way, that's a lot different than apologizing or saying I'm blaming the quarterback. If Ron Rivera came out and said, here's the reality, guys, I made a mistake. I thought Carson Wentz was going to be the guy that led us to the promised land, and he's not, then it's a wrap. Then Carson Wentz can't be your quarterback anymore, and you got to figure something out. And at 1-4, with the Giants being 4-1, the Eagles being 5-0, and the Cowboys being 4-1, they're dead already. So now it's, hey, you're playing for self-respect, but if he had done that, legend status.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and everybody in that locker room feels the same way.
Oh, God.
Look, this is the reality. Carson Wentz, he left. I say he left. He wanted out of Philly. He got to a point.
Well, he was no longer welcome in Philly. They wanted him out.
I'm being nice.
Yeah, don't be nice. Don't be nice.
He wanted out of Philly.
Be the version of Ron Rivera you want right now.
But you go to Indianapolis, and everybody's like, okay, we got Carson Wentz, and we should do this, we should do that.
Reunited with Frank Reich. The old Philly Magic's coming back.
And it never, it never happened. It was a dud, and it was a dud. You had an opportunity to actually make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Why didn't you?
Because of your quarterback.
Because of the quarterback.
Yes.
Ron Rivera is 100% accurate. The difference between the Commanders and everyone else in that, well, can't say everyone else because Daniel Jones hasn't proven that it's just him. But most of those teams across the league, it's quarterback. And
yeah, it's a quarterback league, and if your quarterback stinks, your team most likely is going to stink. It's weird. Sometimes, there's an old saying like things happen in threes. Usually it's bad things. Well, this seems to be, in a weird way, like apology week in pro sports, right? You had the Ron Rivera apology. Then you had Draymond Green apologizing for sucker punching Jordan Poole. And apparently the Warriors now had a players-only meeting, and everybody was crying. I'm not buying that for a minute. Apparently Draymond got emotional, Jordan got emotional, Steph got emotional, and as the story goes, everybody started crying. They all hugged it out, and they're a tight-knit group, and no one's buying that story. Do you accept the Draymond Green apology? Like, to me, as a grown man, if you sucker punch me in the face and then feel bad about it, I'm sorry. I'm not accepting your apology. I can't. As a grown man, I'm plotting my revenge. There's going to be a day where I get you back. Now, I might say to your face, no, we're good, bud. All good. Yeah, we're good. Yo, and I'm taking notes. So, would you accept an apology if I punched you in the face?
I like the
Well,
person.
if Cody punched you in the face, I'm sorry.
So I'm going to be honest, Cody. The person who I am, I would like to think that I would be able to accept the apology. But that deep, deep down inner Greg that I know exists, you wouldn't want to be next to me ever again.
The war begins.
Like, I just couldn't. I know I could not look at you the same. I would sit here and really be thinking like, man, I should knock him off the chair right now. Like,
yes.
You know what I mean? There will never be that moment that happens for Jordan Poole where he's like, oh, Draymond, yeah. No.
I agree.
No, that doesn't
Now,
happen.
here's the deal. I think you can still be a successful team.
Absolutely.
You can peacefully coexist. I will pass you the ball. I will expect you to pass me the ball. But after the game, you go that way, I'm going that way.
It happens all the time. In workspaces, in sports. I've lived it. Most of us have lived it. It happens all the time.
It happens in TV and radio also. Jeff Passett from ESPN had to apologize for taking a shot at our own Fox Sports' Ben Verlander yesterday. It's gross and graphic, so I'm not going to explain it. But these types of squabbles, well, I guess I have to. Right now, here's the deal. That's the apology tweet.
Yes, it is.
He said something very graphic about Ben Verlander and his coverage and friendship with Shohei Ohtani. It involved being on your knees, and I'll leave it at that. So even in the media, sometimes us media guys get in squabbles, and I never forget, and I never accept an apology. At least, to your face I might, but I start scheming right after that. How am I going to get him back? Now, Ben Verlander to date has not accepted that apology, so he's my kind of guy. That's my kind of guy. My therapist says, don't be vindictive. I'm sorry. I've got a character flaw. I'm vindictive.
And it's okay for people not to accept the apology. It's perfectly okay.
Well, there's a famous song, Sorry Not Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not accepting your apology. You punched me in the face. Right?
Yeah.
You blamed me for being 1-4. You said I'm on my knees interviewing Ohtani. I'm not accepting your apology. I'm going to get you back. See, I believe the movie Untouchables taught us a valuable lesson if you're going to be vindictive. I want his family dead. I want his kid, and on and on and on. Yeah, you don't stop. Sorry. Now, I'll tell you maybe the greatest apology of them all. The Denver Broncos, who for some reason are on national TV every single week thus far this year because somebody thought that Russell Wilson was going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback and the Broncos might be the best team in the AFC. The network that covered the game or aired the game out in Denver felt bad about making Denver Bronco fans watch a Denver Bronco game. So they apologized to the audience. Watch this.
Well, Lionel, we'll try to create some answers for you over the next hour or so. But first off, Troy, I feel the need to just apologize to the viewers. I know we didn't play, we didn't really even run this broadcast, but the fact that you had to watch that on our air, I feel bad. I was here and I didn't even want to watch it.
That was classic.
That man a rage.
I accept that apology. That was classic.
The other guy, if the video played a little bit longer, said, that game burned my retinas and I will never see straight ever again. That might be the greatest on-air apology of all time because the reporters had nothing to do with it. They just recognized that Bronco fans deserve a lot better, right?
No question.
And I'll end it with the final apology, which apparently has not been accepted because he didn't do it face-to-face like we talked about yesterday. Devontae Adams did apologize for pushing that freelance cameraman down to the ground, and exactly what I was afraid was going to happen has happened. He didn't find him personally. He didn't sign a jersey to him. He didn't shake his hand man to man. He did an apology to the media. Well, the guy didn't even know that apology was happening. So what did that guy do? He went right to the police station. He filed a report. He's injured. But here's the best part. As you see the video again, he literally just pushed him down. The guy fell on his butt. They made a point of saying, the police department did, the good news here is that the freelance cameraman did not suffer life-threatening injuries. So Devontae's apology was not accepted, and there's a civil lawsuit coming for sure.
Awesome.
For whatever the heck he's going to sue for. But you figure all these deep pockets, someone's going to write a check. I don't know what the guy's going to get, but no joke, he apparently hired an Uber or something, drove himself or an Uber directly to the hospital. When he got to the hospital, reported an assault. By rule, they have to call the police. The police come, and they go, who assaulted you? He goes, Devontae Adams. Like, the football player? How's that possible? He goes, look at the video. He pushed me on my butt. Non-life-threatening injuries, though. So if you're worried about that guy, and none of us are, he is A-OK. Coming up, Cody's going to be on the net, and we have the latest in the big controversy regarding the roughing the passer rules. There is an update from the NFL that you're going to want to hear right after this on FS1.
This is beautiful. You ready, babe? Can you hear me calling out your name? You know that I'm falling and I don't know what to say. I wanna be with you.
From Bolt to Blazer, Equinox to Silverado, Chevy EVs are for everyone, everywhere.
For Imprint, this is Lisa. Hi, I'd like 50 welcome wows and 300 customer I love it.
Promotional products from 4imprint are certain to deliver ooh yes.
Wow.
I love it. Find some wow now at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
The first time you made a sale online was also the first time you heard of a town named
Dinosaur. We just got an order from Dinosaur, Colorado.
Start an easy-to-build, powerful website for free with a partner that always puts you first. GoDaddy. Tools and support for every small business first.
For the visionaries. For the trailblazers. For the last to leave. And the first to think ahead. There's Grainger. Supplies and solutions for every industry. With access to trained experts and 24/7 support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If a medicine is expensive, patients aren't going to buy it. If it's not affordable, it's staying at the pharmacy. So GoodRx is wonderful to help patients. It's definitely great for people who don't have insurance, but for people who do have insurance like me, it's great for people like that too, because I have like a high deductible insurance plan. And so, paying $100 for a medication is ridiculous, even for a doctor.
Jump into Lectric's end-of-season sale. Hop on the most popular e-bike in the U.S., the Lectric XP 2.0. Equipped with a top speed of 28 miles per hour and a 45-plus mile range. Buy any of our award-winning XP 2.0 e-bikes and get $50 off. Don't miss out on one of our biggest sales of the year and get your XP 2.0 while supplies last. Go to lectricebikes.com today.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Hi, I'm Ted Ligety, two-time Olympic gold medalist and five-time world champion. Buying or selling a home is a huge decision. You need to win. It means everything for you and your family. I've won a lot, and I know how important it is to work with a great team. That's why I trust HomeLight. HomeLight works with the best local real estate agents, proven winners. Over 1 million people have used HomeLight to sell their home faster and for more money. It only takes 2 minutes, and it's free. Get started for free at HomeLight.com.
Create social media ads with Fiverr. You'll need your brand manager, copywriter, and Xena, a Fiverr freelance video editor that works with Fortune 500 companies who will join your team from home. Her home, not yours. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
Wanted full-time fans. Must be enthusiastic problem solvers, possess strong communication skills, and happy to work weekends. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
So Wendy's Biggie Bag is all this food for just $5, and we're not calling it the Reggie Bag?
Oh, no.
What if it's the Reggie Bush?
Definitely not.
The Biggie number 5 Bush?
No way.
Reggie Bush number 5 bag.
Oh, no.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
The NHRA Countdown to the Championship, Dallas, Sunday at 10:30 Eastern on FS1.
10th ranked Penn State, 5th ranked Michigan. Then 7th ranked USC faces Utah. It all starts Saturday at noon Eastern on Fox.
All right, so it's the Carton Show. Of course, Greg Jennings and Cody Decker. You know, the biggest story, unfortunately, in the NFL is now moved to off-the-field matters, and that is what's the NFL going to do? They're at a crossroads right now regarding the roughing the passer situation. Just for the quick history of it, Tua gets 2 concussions allegedly in a 4-day span. The NFL overreacts to all the negative criticism. They tell the referees, start throwing flags if the quarterback gets breathed on. Tom Brady, Grady Jarrett, legitimate sack, bang, penalty. Tampa goes on to win the game against Atlanta. And then, of course, the nationally televised game, Kansas City and the Raiders. And we see the same exact thing happen with Chris Jones. And everybody wants to know what the heck's going on. That's not the NFL we like to play. That's not the NFL we like to watch. You should be allowed to legally sack the quarterback without having to worry that, oh, my God, now it's going to be an automatic first down. So the league apparently, the competition committee, is going to meet next week, and they're going to try to figure something out so there's a happy medium. Here's the issue with it. They kind of acknowledge off the record that any changes that they make are not going to be made until next year. But they've already made a change. On the heels of the Tua situation, they've clearly told the officials, start blowing the whistle and throwing flags at even the hint of a quarterback being landed on full force, you know, low blood, whatever it might be. So they've already changed the rules. So why not change them again when you figure out how to get it right?
Well, every week, the NFL puts out a point of emphasis when it comes to their referees, something that they want them to focus on. Obviously, that was protection of the quarterback, making sure that we don't experience what Miami experienced and they experienced as a league as far as backlash, chatter, all the things when it comes to Tua Tagovailoa. That's why you're seeing so many of the flags. But this roughing the passer deal, they have to get it right, simply because it's changing the landscape of the games. It's changing the way defenders are pursuing quarterbacks. It's giving the offensive guy an offensive competitive advantage. And that, for me, as a player, as a competitor, you can't have someone.
Well, not just that, Greg. It's changing the outcome of games, right? You could make the argument maybe Atlanta doesn't get the ball back and score, but they never had the chance. I'm a Jet fan, but I consider and tell you the truth that if Teddy Bridgewater plays in that game this past Sunday, the outcome's not going to be 40-17 in favor of the Jets. Now, they might have won the game, but I didn't get to see the Miami Dolphins if I'm a Dolphin fan with my best available quarterback, which is clearly Teddy Bridgewater and not Thompson. You saw it now. You can make the argument that the Kansas City game, you know, that call on Chris Jones didn't change the outcome of the game because the Chiefs won the game, but it changes the way the game is played. And to me, as a guy who never played tackle football but loves watching it, what I never understood about this is that you guys, every one of you, sign up recognizing the risks involved. And those risks are worth it because of the love of the game, the amount of money you can make, and all the things that come along with being an NFL player. If you're willing to risk your future health, why should the NFL legislate violence out of a violent sport? Now, I'm not saying we should go like we're all gladiators and kill each other, because that's too much, although I'd probably watch it on pay-per-view for $9.95 a month. But if you're willing to get hit and you recognize that you might not be able to walk without a limp when you're 50, you might have, you know, concussion syndrome, then I want to watch it. And if you're willing to sign that paper saying, I'm willing to take the risk, why are we legislating violence out of it?
Because their most valuable asset is the quarterback.
But there's always somebody else that'll come right in. It's like having a dog. Your dog dies, you get another dog.
You're right. There's always somebody that will come right in, but they're not as electrifying. They're not as polarizing. They're not as exciting. So when you think about that position, there's not a lot of depth across the NFL, let alone talent-wise across the NFL, let alone on a team. When you look at skill position guys, defensive ends, interior linemen, offense, you can replace those guys and still be okay. The game isn't going to take a big hit per se as far as optics and viewership. But when Aaron Rodgers isn't playing or Tom Brady isn't out there or all these quarterbacks that make the game exciting, I'm not saying it's all about the quarterback, but when it comes to viewership and revenue, the quarterback drives the NFL.
Yeah, listen, the league has changed. It is all about the quarterback. 25 years ago, it was about the running back. 50 years ago, it was about defense, right? But now it is all about the quarterback and by proxy, the wide receivers, of course, who the quarterback throws the ball to. But I think we're getting into dangerous territory where we're allowing, I'm not even sure if it's a vocal minority, but it's a vocal something to now pressure the NFL to make rules and changes that may long-term may not be in the best interest of the popularity of the sport.
But you make a good point. When we sign up to play sport, baseball, football, hockey, it doesn't matter. You understand the risks that you're up against. Not one athlete has ever considered, well, I'm never going to get hurt. You know it's a part of what you sign up for. The percentage of guys that are going to get hurt is pretty close to 100%.
Right.
As long as you're playing a sport, you're going to suffer some type of injury. Now, how detrimental that injury is, no one knows. That's unpredictable. But you can't start to put in place rules and regulations to kind of steer away from that, because it takes away from my competitive advantage. If I'm a defensive interior guy, that has always been taught since day one, go get the quarterback.
Right.
Go get him at any cost. I'm not going to be thinking, well, I got to make sure I put him down gently. I got to lay him on the pillow that you're talking about. Hugs and what?
Right. Hugs, not tackles.
Hugs, not tackles.
That's what the NFL, I already got the inside info. That's going to be the NFL's announcement in a couple weeks. We've come up with a new program. It's called Hugs, not tackles, and the world is going to go crazy. Now, I do agree that if the great quarterbacks were missing because of injury, we would get upset. Do either of you guys feel the same way about punters?
No. I don't think of a punter ever.
Okay, what if the punter, I don't know, has a really cool nickname? Then would you miss him?
No.
If he wasn't in a game?
No.
The nickname is the Scottish Hammer. This guy.
He's Scottish.
He's a Scottish Hammer.
He's got gray hair.
His name is Jamie Gillan. None of you have ever heard of him.
Nope.
He's the Scottish Hammer. He's the punter for the New York Giants. Now, where did the Giants play football this past Sunday, guys?
London.
England.
Yes.
Right? London's the city, England's the country. I believe I have that right?
Yes.
To go there, I think you need a passport.
Yes.
Somehow, he got on a plane and he flew to England, meaning he had a passport. You can't get there without one, even though we're allies, okay? They speak the same language. It's a different country. Somehow, some way, that passport no longer works.
What?
And he was not allowed to get on the team charter and fly back to the United States of America.
He's Scottish.
He's Scottish. And by the way, the Giants fly back to New Jersey. Like, when did we start that rule? Like, we're not letting people into New Jersey. We let everybody into the state of New Jersey. So no joke, the Giants actually yesterday and even today are bringing in punters and trying out punters just in case he doesn't get back in time for the game on Sunday. But the Scottish Hammer is stuck right now in London, England at the U.S. Embassy.
Heartbreak.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is something that teams honestly worry about. Like, when you have a London game, I've played in 2 of them, when the moment you get to the facility, it's like passports. Everybody would need to update passports from the day one.
Right.
Preparing for whenever that game is going to happen.
Although there are services that claim they'll give you a passport in 24 hours, it's not always guaranteed.
Correct.
Right. So you got to turn your passport in so they know it's straight. But that's the thing I don't get. He got there.
Yeah.
But that's not all. He got to a country that he's technically from.
No,
Scotland and
that's
England.
a different country.
Scotland and England are both part of the United Kingdom.
No, they're totally different countries.
They are, yes, but also no. They're part of the United Kingdom.
Learn something about geography, pal.
Learn what united means.
Scottish. He's Scottish. He's Scottish.
Yes, which is part. Okay.
Whatever. He's stuck there. Maybe he doesn't want to come back. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like New Jersey. A lot of people don't like New Jersey. I'm just shocked that Newark Liberty International Airport said no to somebody. Like, no joke. People take guns and knives and weapons into that airport every day.
They let the Jets in there.
Don't you start with me on that, Mr. Vegas Raider fan. Another little NFL note. What's it like in a locker room when guys have attractive single sisters? Do other guys ever bump up to a guy and go, hey, my man, is it okay if I call your sister? Or is that like verboten in an NFL locker room? Just wondering.
I mean, it's not verboten, but it is verboten, whatever that means.
Yeah. Well, Von Miller's got a podcast, as you probably know by now, and there was a conversation about what player on the Bills do all the guys universally say they would not let their sisters date? Check this out.
And everybody asked, your teammates on the Vikings, who would they least like to date their sister? And everybody was unanimous, and they said Diggs.
I think they was hating too, though. I think they was hating because back then that team, bro, I could have picked some of those guys. And I didn't like Foe was like one of my guys. I think I was just an easy target right here, man. Don't believe those guys. Those guys are liars. Only person that's a good guy right there that they're showing is somewhat Adam.
So just to be more specific, it was when he played for Minnesota, not the Bills. But Von asked him about it. Like, you want to win a vote, you want to have guys always vote for you, but that's not a good vote to win.
It was no hesitation. like Brian Robinson did this, and he walked around the locker room, and I mean the moment he got the question out. That's Diggs. Diggs. Diggy. Stephon.
All right, so here's the question. Who did you play with on the Packers, the number one guy that you would say, if you had a sister, not allowed to date your sister? In the background, you've heard someone said Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, because it never ends well for Aaron Rodgers.
I would say Jermichael Finley.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You want to get into that with us a little bit?
I'm sorry, J. Mike. No, it's not happening.
Hey, can you guys book Jermichael Finley for the show next week? All right, time now for Cody on the Net. That's our attempt to make sure you're up to date with the coolest, hottest viral videos in the land. Take us away.
All right, well, first things first, Jason Tatum made a very important shot. He was at a Jack Harlow concert in front of everybody, and they literally paused every ounce of sound. He had to make it in front of about 15,000 people, which doesn't sound like much, but...
I mean, to be fair, he's an NBA basketball player who plays in front of 18,000 people every night.
But this is not NBA fans. Imagine if he bricked this. This would have been a nightmare.
Yeah, they would have called him Ben Simmons. They would have done. Yeah, there you go. Hey, and it's not even a regulation hoop, but all right, nice job by Tatum.
That is a lot of pressure.
Well, yeah. I'm really glad you mentioned Ben Simmons, because if Ben Simmons was in this position, as we learned yesterday, he wouldn't have made it. This is why Ben Simmons only passes now.
And by the way, that's in front of school children right there.
It is.
They went home scarred. Mommy, Daddy, there's a man laying bricks right in front of me.
I just wish Kyrie and Katie had seen it. Like, just turn around.
Well, the best is, Kyrie's in street clothes right in front of him. He's the shorter guy there in front of him. But yeah, like, you couldn't have scripted that any better. Like, dude, he hit the rim.
I'm taking a shot. Never mind.
It is. That's why Steve Nash came out and said he does not have to shoot for us at all. Matter of fact, don't shoot. I heard they put a bonus in his contract. No joke. If he goes the game without shooting, he gets $100,000. What else you got?
Well, we've played a lot of weird workout videos. Well, this is becoming a serious epidemic. This guy is just going crazy.
Oh, he didn't fall?
No, he landed, and he is going nuts.
I thought he fell.
No, he planned this, Craig. He planned it.
That guy, you know what I wish happened to that guy? I hope Draymond Green walks into that gym. Like, dude, come on, man.
This
what are
is
you
crazy,
doing?
man.
And that's he didn't fall. So it was like a 10-foot drop into a push-up?
Yeah, which is impressive.
Yeah, I can't do that.
You don't think so?
I was thinking about, like jumping down from something.
Can you do it from where you're standing?
I can't do anything from right here where I'm standing. I'm standing for a reason, so my back doesn't seize up. It's the only reason I'm not sitting. Yeah, Draymond, I got a guy I want you to meet. That's all. You know what'd be cool? Maybe that stupid dragon could fly into that gym and take care of business. Cody?
Well, guys, Craig's guy, Baker Mayfield, is bad. How bad? Historically bad. You can find out just how historic right here on the Carton Show.
Why are you doing it?
Because I was told to.
Oh, okay.
Hi, this is Lisa from 4Imprint. Yes. I like 50 welcome wows, 300 customer I love it, and 200 team member oh yes. Certainly. You know we got some brand new woohoos.
Dial up the wow factor with promotional products from 4Imprint. We specialize in awesome items that are certain to awe and guaranteed to deliver some ooh yes. From apparel, backpacks, drinkware to high-tech items.
Wow.
I love it. Woohoo!
Go to 4imprint.com and find some wow now. 4Imprint, for certain.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess. Less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text SURGE to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SURGE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SURGE to 231231.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with multi-view. Try free at FuboTV.com.
As a young man, my hair started to thin. I couldn't sleep, I was stressed about it, and there were few options out there. Nutrafol is a drug-free, natural supplement that gave me my hair, my health, and my confidence back. Get growing at Nutrafol.com.
The World Cup has moved to the holidays.
Oh my gooseberries, this is gonna make everything wonderful. We're gonna need lots of sweaters. Isn't he getting kind of old?
3,000 more Mbappes!
But just think of the lights. And the U.S. winning it all. A Christmas miracle.
The chef's chicken sandwiches at Panera, freshly prepared with clean ingredients, spark an explosion of the senses. So when you finally taste it, it just confirms this is fantastic, and only at Panera. $1 delivery fee on our app.
Let's hide in the attic.
No, in the basement. Why can't we just get in the running car?
Are you crazy? Let's hide behind the chainsaws.
Smart. Yeah, okay.
If you're in a horror movie, you make poor decisions. That's what you do.
Shh, I'm being quiet. Breathing on me.
If you want to save even more, you bundle your home and car insurance with Geico. It's what you do.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
This is my maker's moment, and I make it remarkable.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business, he relied on freshness, quality, variety, and service. We still deliver the freshest nuts, dried fruits, snacks, and sweets to families all around the country. Nuts.com. Enjoy free shipping on your first order.
It's easy to think that all money managers are pretty much the same. But at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different how? You saw high commission investment products, right?
Nope. Fisher avoids them.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Never at Fisher.
Okay, then you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we structure our fees so we do better when our clients do better. That might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
great costume. Looks like you deserve both. See ya, boys.
Well, things keep getting bad for Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers. Yeah. The guy I thought was going to actually bring the Panthers to the postseason now has a high ankle sprain. He's out for a couple weeks. Some guy I've never heard of. I don't even know the guy's name. P.J. Tucker, T.J. Walker, Walker Bueller, Magnum P.I. I don't know the guy's name. They got some guy playing quarterback nobody ever heard of. But here's what happened. A little premature, but it's on the screen, so let's get into it. Since they invented the notion of QBR, which I think stands for quarterback rating, through 5 games, yeah, that's not a list you want to be on. Those are the worst quarterbacks in the history of the league since they invented a quarterback rating. Jamarcus Russell, unfortunately. Players sitting there tomorrow. Just let you know, I have your best interest at heart, and I'm sorry that you hurt your elbow. You know, he hurt his elbow like Rodney Dangerfield did in Caddyshack. My arm. I think it's broken. I can't play.
Spalding.
Yeah.
But when guys suffer an injury that could be like career changing and altering, it's a psychological thing. Like, and when you're not throwing, when you're off the field or you're not swinging the baseball bat, you wonder, man, can I still do that? Will I still be able to do it at the level that I once did? I'm sure Baker had those feelings, and it's showing that he's not able to right now.
By the way, if Amani Toomer is here next week, it's only because Greg's knee's killing him. And I saw you limping around upstairs earlier, and I just wanted to let you know I got your back.
I appreciate that.
All right, Amani. Monday and Tuesday, buddy. Hey, you know, the best story of the week, I think we all agree, is the New York Giants sideline against the Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
And Darnay Holmes getting serviced by one of the Giant. No, like not service in that manner, you dirty-minded.
Oh,
fool.
it's us. It's
yeah.
our fault.
What? I don't. What? He had something. What? Anyway, Darnay Holmes apparently is aware that we're having a lot of fun with the video, as is Julian Love, who was on the radio yesterday saying, yeah, we know about it. Everyone's laughing about it. The trainer got a bonus. Yeah.
Sure he did.
Sure, yeah. Yes, he did. He's also got a second job. He's moonlighting now as Deshaun's personal masseuse. That being said, Darnay Holmes decided, I'm going to make lemonade out of lemons. And let's watch it and read what he said, which was, y'all need to chill. The blue tent wasn't available. Now, I did ask about that tent yesterday, and he said, everyone's having so much fun, I'm going to make money off of it. He's teaming up with an NFT company to make NFTs out of his sideline handy. And he's going to give away signed balls and merch and hope to make a lot of money. Now, I'm not an NFT guy, but I ain't buying it if I was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
give me the Bored Ape with the hat. I'm good. I don't want a guy getting out being serviced on the sideline because that's a tough one to explain to your family. Hey, listen, I took your college tuition and I bought an NFT. Oh, that's great, Dad. What is it? Well, it's a guy you probably never heard of being serviced on the sideline of an NFL game. Yeah.
In London.
How much did you spend on that? Oh, 25 grand, no big deal. No, we've got it like that. Yeah, the other problem for Darnay, and I don't want to be a bad guy about it, is that he doesn't have the rights to the video.
Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't, so I don't know how he's going to take the video somebody else shot. Of course, we're kind of doing that on this show, too. But we're not charging people for it. We are not charging people for it. Lots more football coming up here on the Carton Show. And while the NFL is apparently meeting next week to discuss the roughing the passer situation, I hope they're also meeting to discuss the primetime televised games. I'll explain why right after this.
You planned the perfect thank you with the promotional product experts at 4imprint, who attended to every detail. Did you get it right? You certainly did. For the right products printed perfectly, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Dude, you coming?
Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus cold and flu relief.
So Wendy's Biggie Bag is all this food for just $5, and we're not calling it the Reggie Bag?
Oh, no.
What if it's the Reggie Bush?
Definitely not.
The Biggie number 5 Bush?
No way.
Reggie Bush number 5 bag.
Oh, no.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
Gillette presents the Gillette Labs with Exfoliating Bar, a razor designed to take the hassle out of your routine with effortless shaving and one efficient stroke. The bar and the handle removes unseen dirt and debris that gets in the way of the blades, so nothing gets between you and a quick and easy shave. All with a lifetime warranty. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40.
Let me guess, less energy, less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text SURGE to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SURGE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SURGE to 231231.
It takes a fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be early check-ins and late shifts, good days and bad ones. But you'll never quit because you're in this together. It won't always be easy, but when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
If you know, you know.
Crispy corners, sauce on top.
If you know, you know.
Detroit style is back at Pizza Hut, just $12.99. You are trouble. No one outpizzas the Hut.
The Phillies battle the Braves. Then the Padres take on the Dodgers. Game 2 of the NLDS, today on Fox and FS1.
Brunch is on. Fridge is empty. Time to Instacart some brunch essentials. Ooh, mimosas. All right, I think Instacart's got this brunch in the bag, which means I can hit the snooze button.
Come on.
Get in on the action with Prize Picks. Simply pick 2 or more players to win up to 10 times your money. How do you feel?
10 times my money? Woohoo! I can't wait.
Join over 1 million people who found a better way to play. Prize Picks is available in most states. Download the app today and get your first deposit matched up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy made easy.
You plan to bring extra office cheer with the promotional product experts at 4imprint who attended to every detail. Did you brighten the holidays? Oh, you certainly did. For the right products printed perfectly, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Okie dokie artichoke starts Saturday strong with a huge Big Ten showdown as, fingers crossed, number 5 Michigan blows out Penn State. The Nittany Lions are ranked 10th. Overrated. They should probably be out of the top 25 by the time this game is over. It all starts with Big Noon Saturday. I'm just kidding. I just hate Penn State. It all starts with Big Noon Kickoff pregame crew. They'll be live at Ann Arbor at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then you get really the game of the week. It's Penn State, Michigan Saturday. That game starts at noon, of course, on Fox. Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer Greg Jennings, my main man Cody Decker. And I just noticed the schedule coming up. You know, tomorrow night we have Washington and Chicago for the Thursday night NFL game. So I honestly had no idea who was playing Sunday night and Monday night, right? So I took a look at the schedule. For the 4th time in the last 6 weeks, the Denver Broncos are playing the nationally televised game. In this case, it'll be on Monday night. Now, this is one of the worst teams in football. And offensively, they stink too. I will say this. Every game they play comes down to like the last possession. So if you like that kind of drama, I will give them at least that. They play very close games. But 2 of the 3 lowest scoring NFL games this year have been Bronco primetime games. In the 3 games they've already played on national TV, there's been a combined 75 points scored, meaning 25 points per game. Why did the NFL think that Russell Wilson was going to recapture the fountain of youth and make the Denver Broncos must-see TV?
Well, shoot, I think most of us thought that it was going to look a lot better than what it's looking right now. I'm not going to sit here and act like, yeah, I knew Russell Wilson was going to lay the bed.
Lay the bed?
That's that phrase?
What, is this a Darnay Holmes segment again?
It is. I just
I get it. I get it. Talk about an NFT, huh? No, like it's just so bad. This is why I think the NFL should start flexing games earlier in the year.
I do too. I've always felt that way. I seriously have always felt that way.
Maybe not Thursday because it's different preparation for a Thursday, and I respect that. But if you know you're playing not on Thursday, the week before, why can't I say, look, you're no longer the Sunday night game. You're the Monday night game to maximize the audience for a great matchup. Now, you got to be respectful of TV partners. You know, Fox and NBC and CBS, et cetera, need to get a certain number of good games, obviously. But, for example, tomorrow night, it's the NFL, so we're going to watch it. Washington, Chicago is a bad game. Monday night, the Denver Broncos is a bad game. I think we should start flexing early.
Well, we can't just make it about the Denver Broncos Monday night. The Chicago Commanders game, yes. No one wants to tune in. We have to tune in because we have a show.
And by the way, we all love the NFL, so we're going to watch it because it's the NFL. I want to be clear about that. You know, it's on TV, so I'm going to watch it. I love the NFL. But, man, like, if I'm Amazon, if I'm Fox, if I'm all the networks, and I've got the big window where I'm going to have the most eyes, I want the best game possible. And the Denver Broncos, 4 out of 6 weeks. I understand week 1. They're playing Seattle. Russell Wilson goes home. The drama there. That makes sense to me. Them being on national TV 3 more times doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I wrote into the league, but as Geno Smith,
you have to write into the league. You can't call them.
No, I'm just saying the league. They wrote me off, but I didn't write back. As Geno Smith.
There was a Geno Smith joke, and you fell for it.
Nah, that took too long to set up.
Because you kept interrupting me. Stop interrupting me.
I'm not giving you a mark. And you're getting for that. You're getting the gas face for that one. That one gets the exactly right. That was the longest setup joke I've ever heard. That was as bad as our producer Ethan telling me a dumb joke about a cow because he messed up earlier in the show, and he's trying to make it up to me now. Yeah,
I give you that.
Yeah,
That
knock,
was,
knock. All right. So anyway, the Denver Broncos are back on TV Monday night, so nothing you can do about it. That's the deal. New segment on the show called Riddle Me This. Oh, look at that. Wow. Very simple. I've got, if we have time for it, 5 riddles, one at a time. You guys get everyone answer his answer in there. Cody. All right. Let's see what you guys got. They both said the Bears. They both get a point.
Hey!
All right. Of course, the reference there was the Bad News Bears.
Yes.
All
okay,
right.
now I'm really getting the feeling.
Yeah. Riddle, not these are all NFL related. By the
Got
way.
it.
All right. Riddle number 2. A forgotten serving dish.
What? Forgotten serving dish.
A forgotten serving dish. It's the NFL version of Riddle Me This. Please write your answers down.
Wow, this is
a forgotten serving dish. Okay.
All right, I think I got something.
5 seconds.
Okay.
3. And please reveal your answers.
I'm begging with this one.
Terrible.
So we've got the Colts, and we've got Trey Lance of the Niners. Colts and Trey Lance is correct.
Hey, that was begging at best on my end. I got.
Okay. He panicked.
I did panic. I panicked. All right. I'm starting to feel like I'm being set up.
Okay.
No,
here
trust
we go. Here we go. Number 3. He stands apart from the rest of the bunch.
He stands apart.
He stands apart from the rest of the bunch. NFL, riddle me this. He stands apart from the rest of the bunch. Answers in. Tom Brady.
Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. All right, up to number 4. Cody is leading right now, 2-1. Here we go. It's a convoluted riddle. Kill the music for 1 second while I read it. Okay.
Because the other ones have
Okay.
been so perfect.
Yes, they have been. All right.
This is too much pressure.
Here we go. If last names were first names, DB and Bradley would love this guy. Hit the music.
If last names were first names.
If last names were first names, DB and Bradley would love this guy. NFL, riddle me this.
What? DB and if last names.
If last names were first names, DB and Bradley would love this guy.
I am.
See, come on, Gregor.
I don't know.
I got it. Okay, here we go. Answers in, please, now. All right, here we go. Greg said, Sean. Do you have a buddy named Sean?
Hey, Sean. That one guy.
Okay.
Sean Bradley. I don't know. That's
Frank Stallone?
Yes.
And
Frank Stallone's
okay.
always the right answer.
All right. Kill the music for a second. DB Cooper, famous
Okay.
bank robber. Bradley Cooper,
Oh my
famous
gosh.
actor.
That
If
was
first
terrible.
names were last names, Cooper Rush.
That is a stretch.
Okay, last one.
Oh my gosh.
Cody gets this right, he wins the game. Here we go.
I've gotten all the other ones.
Suddenly Seymour's girlfriend dreamt about living behind one of these.
Suddenly Seymour's.
This is a tough one. This, by the way, is the worst one I did.
You made a stretch to DB Cooper in the last one.
DB Cooper, legendary bank robber.
I'm aware who
got
DB.
on a plane, disappeared. Suddenly Seymour's girlfriend dreamt about living behind one of these. Also Sean. Not Sean. Okay, hold on. Okay, so you can show the camera. Cody, I need an answer,
Give me
please.
one more. Give me that one more time. Just one more.
Suddenly Seymour's girlfriend dreamt about living behind one of these. Now, if Cody gets it right, he wins the game. If Cody gets it wrong and Greg gets it right, it's a tie.
Okay.
All right. Greg's got his answer in. Cody, I need an answer now, please.
I got nothing. All right.
That's how I felt
Go,
about
just
it.
put it out.
Down. Write down Sean.
Sean.
Sean is not correct, but Kenny won 50 cents.
Hey,
All
let's go.
He went deep on that one.
This game has been fixed, and I know it. This is like that movie Game Show all over again.
Yeah. Well,
I honestly thought it was fixed when you got
unfortunately,
the second one. I'm
game
like, what?
ended in a tie, and I have no tiebreaker question.
Oh my God. It's just as bad as the NFL.
You're better right.
This is
Yes,
terrible.
throw the flag. Coming up right after this, it's the award-winning Wednesday segment, Panic Button Jones. What team should panic? What players should panic? The guys will get the answers to that question right after this. I thought that game was great.
Restructured pork patty sandwich. Arby's real country style rib sandwich. Old, new. Oh man. Oh man. Arby's, we have the meat.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
This is my maker's moment, and I make it remarkable.
beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people will probably know that Geico could save them money on car insurance, right? But you see, the thing is, Geico, well, could help them save on boat insurance too. Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
Geico. Saving people money on more than just car insurance.
Team, I need a volunteer. We need promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes promotional product success easy. For high-quality items, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Buying or selling a home can be one of the most stressful moments of your life. But it doesn't have to be. HomeLight is here to change that. HomeLight combines the best technology and agents onto one modern real estate platform. Join the millions of people who have used HomeLight to make buying and selling simple. It takes 2 minutes, and best of all, it's free. Buying and selling has never been more simple. Start today at HomeLight.com.
Create amazing work with Fiverr. All you need is your team and a talented freelancer who will lend a hand and seamlessly join your team from just about anywhere. Expand your team with a Fiverr freelancer.
At SimpliSafe, we build advanced security sensors and cameras for your whole home, powered by 24/7 professional monitoring and fast protect technology.
To put more sweat in watching your favorite team. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com to get started.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Victims of mesothelioma and their families could receive a cash award from over $35 billion in asbestos trust funds. If you or a loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call 1-800-913-1249 now or visit us at mesofund.com.
Are you going higher or lower? With Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em game, that's the only choice you have to make. It's easy, it's fun, and it's the best way to put more sweat in watching your favorite team. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com to get started.
We're getting this thing right. Nobody's panicking.
What do you got?
Stop hitting that panic button down there.
Like I said, we're not panicking.
Yeah.
Nobody's hitting the panic button yet. So I'll just take a deep breath and relax.
I would. It's so funny that Baker Mayfield's in that. It's time for Panic Bunny. It's time maybe for you to become a broadcaster as well. All right, here's the game. It's the Carton Show, of course, Greg and Cody. And it's the weekly look at what teams, what players sometimes should be panicking based on what happened the week before. So it's very simple. The guys have panic buttons in front of them. I'll give you the team and a little bit of info about that team. And then we'll discuss. You guys decide panic or no panic. Very simple to follow along at home, okay? The LA Rams are 2-3, game behind the Niners for first place, but offensively, they've scored fewer points than any other team in the conference and third least in the entire NFL. Rams, panic or don't panic?
Cody, I panic.
Oh, 100%. All right, Greg, you go first on this one.
I panic because nothing that they do is good right now. Seriously. Nothing. And they're coming off a Super Bowl. Like, everything that worked last year is not working this year. Obviously, when you think about them offensively, all you can show forth is Cooper Kupp. That is your only bright spot. Defensively, you have two playmakers, but nothing else. And Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, that's not enough to get it done.
Code?
Let's be real clear. This happened last time the Rams went to the Super Bowl the year after. The hangover's real. The hangover's real. They're terrible.
Yeah, it's one. You watch them play, and I think we all get caught up into great coach on the sideline, legitimate franchise quarterback, Cooper Kupp, one of the best receivers. They've got a very good running back, but not a great running game. They've got Aaron Donald still, Jalen Ramsey, and I'm trying to figure out why it's such a mess right now offensively, because it is a mess. So I have to be with you guys. I think if you're a Rams fan, not that there are any real ones out there, it is time for the big peak. The big panic, baby. You got to panic. But, of course, they've got the Dodgers playing baseball, so
they're fine.
They're not even paying attention, right?
Not even a little.
All right, team number 2. Oh, a tough loss on Monday night, 30-29. You give the Raiders credit, though. They did go for the win. They didn't get the win, but they went for the win, so that's something I suppose. They're in dead last behind Kansas City, the Chargers, even the lowly Denver Broncos, the Raiders. Panic or don't panic?
Cody?
Panic! Panic time!
This says it all.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I am not.
It looks like you're having a panic attack
a little
right
bit.
now.
It's a nightmare to be a Raider fan. You know you're a Jets fan.
No, but that was an exciting game. At least they entertained you. Like, I would rather have, this is going to come across so bad, I don't mean it, but I'm going to say it. Damn it. I'd rather be entertained. I've changed it on the fly, than not be entertained, right? Yes, a boring win is better than an entertaining loss. I was going to say it wasn't. But the Raiders at least entertain you. Like, that was a great game.
It was a great game. It was fun to watch.
So at least they gave you that. You're poo-pooing me.
No, I'm not. I'm not poo-pooing.
Okay.
You're right. You still want to be entertained, but you got to win. And the Raiders in that division, with the Kansas City Chiefs coming up again later in the season, and you still got to play the Chargers again. Obviously, you're fortunate you get to play the Broncos, but I just don't see it happening for them. The 1-4 start, it's a tough hole to come out of.
Yeah, listen, I think they're going to put a couple wins together and make people think about them down the line. They're clearly not winning a Super Bowl this year. So if I was a Raider fan, and I'm not, and I could sign up today for 30, 29 games every week and go 1-16 right now today, I would sign up for that because you get entertained. Entertain me, please, right?
No! No, that sounds nightmarish.
You're not winning a Super Bowl.
Why not? We got Devontae Adams. We did everything right.
He's assaulting cameramen.
And doing it well.
That is true. That was the best block the Raiders made all night, by the way.
You are a true Raider fan.
All right, so team number 3, we all thought the Jaguars were for real. And then they played last week, and the offense looked pitiful as they get shut out. Jacksonville Jaguars, guys, panic? Don't panic.
I'm not panicking.
Wow.
I'm not panicking.
Let me help you out.
No. I have a reason why I'm not panicking.
Yeah, I got one too, guys. Go ahead. Greg, you're up first.
So I'm not panicking because of the division that they're in. They're in the division. Obviously, we know who is down there: the Tennessee Titans, the Colts, and then the Texans, who they just lost to. But I like this team. It's a young team. They're establishing who they are. They understand what they have at the quarterback position. They're supporting him. I like the direction they're going. I don't expect them to win all the games, but this division is up for grabs.
Yeah, I would say this. Listen, Trevor is
what they did last year.
That's fair.
Any progress is going to be great progress.
That's like a dwarf you grew a quarter of an inch.
don't have Deshaun Watson. I mean, you got Jacoby Brissett. You understand you have a running game. You're missing field goals. I mean, look, I just don't like who they are and what they've shown us. They can't win close games. They blow leads. They lose to teams like the Jets. Like, I'm panicked already.
By the
After
way,
that,
I'm not offended by that.
I know you're not.
I'll take the
and
W.
you shouldn't be.
31-30. Listen, the Browns have played well enough to be 4-1, but their DNA doesn't allow it. That's the problem. Yeah, and they even try to change the DNA by putting an elf at midfield. Maybe when Deshaun Watson gets there, the DNA will change. I don't know. But it's the Cleveland Browns, like they find new ways to lose and disappoint their fan base.
Yeah, at least they got a baseball team with a stupid name about to get swept by the Yankees, so there's something.
Okay, well, yeah, Cleveland again,
Yeah.
right? Well, you do not like the city of Cleveland.
You live there, you know.
I loved it there, by the way. They're wonderful people, losers, and they're just the losers, the kind of people, losers, that don't understand sometimes, losers, that when they wake up in the morning, losers, they're not going to win. They're not.
Losers.
Yeah. It's a wonderful town, though. They got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame there. Oh, yeah. Because that's where I want to go to listen to Jimi Hendrix music. And I do have a story, of course. When I was there, one of my close friends, not named Bill Belichick, was a guy named Hanford Dixon. You remember Hanford Dixon?
I don't.
Hanford Dixon and Frank Minifield were the starting cornerbacks for the Cleveland Browns when they invented the dog pound. He was a great cornerback way back in the day. So Hanford Dixon one day invited me to go on a boat with him to do some fishing and do a little drinking. It was a setup, though. As I pulled into the marina, the boat was leaving the pier. And all I did was wave.
Wow.
Yeah. See you later, Carton. Well, have a good time. We're going to be fishing. I'm like, you son of a bitch. Yeah. Anyway, Hanford Dixon.
You made that name up.
That's why, no, Hanford Dixon. Yeah, look it up. Hanford Dixon invented the concept of the dog pound. And it was him and Frank Minifield, who was like the smallest cornerback at the time in the entire NFL, but they were badasses. Anyway, Cleveland Browns, you always panic because that's what you do in Cleveland. There's really not much else to do there. One more team. Mm-hmm. And I know where you're going to go because you're homerific, and I respect that about you.
Oh, my gosh.
The Green Bay Packers. Panic? Don't panic.
No. I don't even need. I don't.
You can use mine if you want.
No, remove these.
Huh? No panic?
No panic.
Losing to the New York Giants after having a double-digit lead with a punter that's not allowed back in the country? Aaron Rodgers missing open guys, not handing the ball off to Aaron Jones on a 3rd down and 2 and a 4th and 2 with a chance to win the game? Panic.
So what are we panicking for? Are we concerned that they're not going to make the playoffs?
Well, no, I can't say we are just yet.
Why are we panicking?
Because the Minnesota Vikings are the best team in that division.
Well,
right
I
now.
said that.
How about that?
I said that to start the season, and everybody gave me a big hard time because I'm from Green Bay, blah 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 blah. But I'm realist. Like, this team has concerns, but there's no reason to panic. When you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, you expect him to figure it out. That offense will be better as the season progresses. Defensively, they got to come with it because that's the reason why they're going to be winning.
All right, let me give you a for instance here, because I think I can get you to a place where you'll hit that panic button. Okay? Okay? This Sunday at Lambeau Field,
give me these.
The Green Bay Packers play the New York Jets. If the Jets go to Lambeau Field and do what I think they have a chance to do, beat the Green Bay Packers, and you're here next week, are you going to hit that button?
I will not be here next week because if that happens, I'm not going to be
You're
here.
done, right? So here's the deal. If the Jets beat Green Bay and Gregor is not here on Monday, it's because he panicked and refused to get on the plane to fly back to New York. Deal?
If they
no deal.
We made a deal off air. If the Jets, I actually said this. I should have never said it. If the Jets beat the Packers, I will come in here jet
it up.
Jet it up.
Yeah, jet it up.
Jet it up.
He's a man of his word,
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, by the way, there's no shot he's coming in here on Monday if the Jets win. No shot. I know, right? I'm going to come in here like, a 5-year-old kid going, I can't wait to see my hero. He's going to be wearing Jet clothes. And it's going to be some other former Green Bay Packer wide receiver sitting there who has no idea why I'm so disappointed to see him, right?
Amani, be ready.
By the way, Cody, did you want to hit the panic button?
Yes, my God! If they lose to your Jets,
well,
oh my God!
You haven't played the Jets yet, so you got to talk about it right now.
Oh, I'm panicking anyway.
In the moment, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think panic should be there. And I agree, it's hard to imagine the Green Bay Packers not making it to the playoffs right now because they have Aaron Rodgers and they've got the history and all that. But there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong. And I'm not sure if they're going to fix it because there's something right now wrong. And you think it's so simple. Hand the ball off. You can run the ball. Hand the ball off. But Aaron Rodgers refused to do that because, as always, it's all about Aaron Rodgers. Coming up, as the NFL considers some rule changes regarding protecting the quarterback, I've got some rule changes I hope they'd consider. And I think you're going to like my rule changes more than their rule changes right after this on The Carton Show.
Subway's dropping 12 new subs for the all-new Subway series menu.
The new monster has juicy steak and crispy bacon.
But what about the new boss? It looks so good. It makes me hangry.
Settle down there, big guy.
The new Subway series. What's your pick?
Girls Trip.
Get fast relief of your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, with powerful Claritin D, so you can breathe better, feel the clarity, and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
You inspired the Lexus ES to be, well, more you. So thank you. We hope you like your work.
It's a cat. It's an old cat. It's an old cat bat.
Some things leave you guessing, but not MailChimp. MailChimp takes the guesswork out of email marketing by analyzing millions of data points from the billions of emails we send to offer personalized suggestions for how to improve engagement and revenue. Guess less and sell more with the #1 email marketing and automation platform. Intuit MailChimp.
Hit it!
Get double rewards points this fall. Book now at bestwestern.com.
If you watch football on TV, you need Fubo TV. The most college football you can get without cable. Stream up to 4 games at once with multi-view. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Fiverr freelancers help me with product design. Just always simple and easy. I log on, I tell them what I need, and I get it delivered. Your turn. Get started on Fiverr today.
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential, and what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Thuma.
You plan to bring extra office cheer with the promotional product experts at 4imprint who attended to every detail. Did you brighten the holidays? Oh, you certainly did. For the right products printed perfectly, go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat, Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Hi, I'm Ted Ligety, 2-time Olympic gold medalist and 5-time world champion. Buying or selling a home is a huge decision. You need to win. It means everything for you and your family. I've won a lot, and I know how important it is to work with a great team. That's why I trust HomeLight. HomeLight works with the best local real estate agents, proven winners. Over 1 million people have used HomeLight to sell their home faster and for more money. It only takes 2 minutes, and it's free. Get started for free at HomeLight.com.
At SimpliSafe, we designed the #1 rated home security system powered by 24/7 professional monitoring for half the cost of traditional home security. So you stay safe for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
It takes fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be good days and bad ones. But when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans. Brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
So Wendy's Biggie Bag is all this food for just $5, and we're not calling it the Reggie Bag?
Oh, no.
What if it's the Reggie Bush?
Definitely not.
The Biggie number 5 Bush?
No way.
Reggie Bush number 5 bag.
Oh, no.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
This October, Big Papi is giving away $5,000, and you can take a swing at winning. Download the free-to-play Fox Bet Super 6 app now for your chance to win $5,000.
It's Skip Drip Bayless.
I am a living legend.
He came to play Shannon Shay Sharp. Get off my property. Always right, never wrong, undisputed.
Try the all-new Subway Series menu, your pick of 12 irresistible subs. Apparently, Devontae Adams thought the cameraman was stealing one of his Subway subs. That's my BMT. Get your hands off it. That's mine. I want it. Get out of my way. I want the Subway irresistible sub. The guy was hungry. You can't blame the guy. We all love Subway. Anyway, it's the Carton Show. You've never pushed the guy out of the way to get a Subway sandwich? I know I have. That's Cody. That's Craig Jennings, Green Bay Packer, Hall of Famer. He has never shoved the cameraman out of the way. But a couple male cheerleaders have been on the receiving end of an elbow shimmy, over an elbow, just like that. No?
No.
The Packers don't have cheerleaders, do they?
No.
They're missing out. All right. So you saw Devontae Adams there, and yeah, so we talked about it the other day. He didn't apologize directly to the freelance cameraman. And I told you yesterday, this was my fear, that the guy was going to use this as an opportunity to try to get some do-re-mi out of Devontae, the Raiders, the Chiefs, the NFL. So as the story goes, the freelance cameraman went to police officers that were stationed at Arrowhead Stadium at about 10:30 at night after the game. He told them that he was the victim of a physical assault and that he had suffered injuries. However, quote unquote, thank God they were not life-threatening. Woo! Because I thought for a minute that when he got pushed down and barely fell on his ass, he might have ruptured a kidney. Mm-hmm. He might have bled out right there at Arrowhead Stadium. Thank God for that he didn't. So now the guy's complaining, my arm hurts. My arm's killing me, right? They actually had to transport him to the hospital. So the guy goes to the hospital, and the police are in a bad spot because they got to do their job. Guy claims he got assaulted. By the way, he did. He did get pushed down. Mm-hmm. So now they're investigating it, and I'm quoting now, detectives. I gotta be honest, I watch a lot of Law & Order. I've never seen this episode. Yeah. So what's the crime? He fell down. Arrest that man right away. We'll coordinate with the applicable city or state prosecutor to determine any applicable charges. Come on, guys. What are we doing?
Get Stabler on the case.
Like, what are we doing?
Look, I mean, if I'm this guy, look, it's a money grab. Man, I just hate to see it because this could have all been eliminated and resolved
with a better apology.
With a better
in-person apology.
Hands down. If Devontae just comes to quicker, realizes I just pushed this random guy who jumped in front of me and almost scared me because it's Halloween.
Sure.
Like, and took like 3-4 steps and turned back around. Says I apologize, helps the guy up, whatever. I don't think it ever.
To me, it's so simple. I respect the fact that he did apologize publicly. So I mean, that should count for something. As you even said yesterday, it was the middle of a football conversation, and it was Devontae who said, "Listen, let me just, before I answer the football question, let me publicly apologize. I shouldn't have done it. I know it was wrong. I hope the guy's all right. Blah blah blah." But this was so simple. Find the guy, have a Raiders employee find the guy, give the guy a signed jersey, shake his hand, take a picture, and I believe it's done. But it's a payday because you got to figure nobody wants the attention for it. All right, how much do you want? $5,000, $10,000, $2,500. He's going to get something.
He's going to get something.
That's the world we currently live in right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think it sucks also. And let's say, I'm going to make it up. let's say this freelance cameraman gets, I don't know, $2,500 and an autographed jersey. What does Jordan Poole get? He got punched right out. We've all seen the. That's like a. my son first. He was defending himself. Yeah, Devontae said the same thing, right? He jumped in front of me. I was scared for my life. So I pushed him to the ground. And now the guy's going to get a couple bucks, whatever it might be. I don't know exactly, but I think it stinks. Another thing that stinks, of course, is the current situation with protecting quarterbacks in the NFL. You saw what happened with Chris Jones, of course, on Monday night, the Tom Brady situation. Wow, on Sunday. And we're at a crossroads now because people are attacking the NFL about not protecting quarterbacks because, in theory, quarterback is the most defenseless position on the field because they're throwing a ball and they can't protect themselves. So let's protect them from concussions. So the NFL overreacts to all the negative attention that was associated with Tua. And now they announced that next week they're going to meet, the competition committee is going to meet and try to figure out some kind of happy medium between where we were 2 weeks ago and where we are now. Is there a happy medium?
I don't know if there's a happy medium. I think you just have to clearly define what roughing the passer is, which they have, but it's just pending the referee and where they're standing, they're going to call it based on their vantage point.
Because you made the best point, I thought, yesterday. Yeah, we showed the play when it was a Max Crosby. When he goes in to sack Patrick Mahomes and he's kind of hugging him and the ref blows the whistle so he never throws him or tackles him to the ground. And the question was, well, what if Mahomes escapes that? He's got the ability to do it.
He does.
What's the defensive player supposed to do then? He doesn't want to get flagged, but he also knows he's not Joe Flacco. This guy can get out of a tackle.
Literally.
So what am I supposed to do?
Because in that moment, he then becomes a runner.
Right.
And so as a runner, there's no more defenseless player that comes to front. Like, for me, that's the issue that the NFL has. You can't say to a defender how to hit a guy, but then also say to an offensive player, look, when they get you, you got to kind of slow down and stop.
Right.
Or they can throw you down. It just makes no sense. So for me, just let the guys play. We've all signed up for it. Let them play.
And by the way, if a quarterback gets hurt, it sucks, but so what?
It's a part of the game.
There are backup quarterbacks on every team. Let those guys play. We don't want it as fans, but that's the nature of it. Unless you're going to put flags on quarterbacks, and that's going to change the game because so many quarterbacks run the ball so well. What are you supposed to do?
And I would push back. You know, everybody says the quarterback is the most defenseless player out there because he's throwing the ball. And
I just said that a few minutes ago.
You did.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to just throw you under the bus.
That's
but
okay.
I just said everybody. I'm a team player. Right. So everybody can have some. But for me, no one cares about any other player like that. The receivers. And I don't know why I'm thinking of receiver.
Yeah.
Receiver is just the first thing that comes to mind for some reason.
Strange.
But receivers go up for the ball in the air, can get flipped over, and it's like, okay, targeting.
Right.
That's about it. Like, that's literally it.
Listen, I hate to break it to you. We don't care about you.
I'm gonna be honest.
We don't.
I'm gonna be honest. It hurts my feelings.
I care about you.
Well, I'm not going to apologize.
I don't need you to apologize. I just want to let you know.
So we're on the same page.
It hurts my feelings.
Okay, that's the way it goes. There you go.
Nobody cares about
Don't you know
the
that you guys are robots? You don't have feelings. You don't have families at home watching.
We have feelings.
You do. Anyway, we'll apologize off the air and we'll bro hug it or something. I was thinking, though, if the NFL competition committee is going to get together and pass some new rules, I had a couple I wanted you guys to consider. All right? Okay. It's called Commissioner Craig.
Oh, I can't imagine this going wrong in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, by the way, and I treated this seriously. For those of you expecting some kind of ridiculous rule like hottest cheerleaders team gets 2 points to start the game, no, I didn't come up with that. Are you ready? If you kick a field goal beyond 60 yards, you get 4 points for it. Bang! Nothing? What do you think? No? Bang!
I don't not like that.
Okay, 4-point field goal. So it's got to be 60 or longer. You get 4 points for a field goal, okay? I got another one. This one actually bothers me to my core. It's 3rd and 12. You get a 5-yard defensive holding call with an automatic first down. No more automatic first downs.
I do like that.
Yes.
I do like that because again, everything kind of shades.
It's a 5-yard penalty. Why is it an automatic first down?
I'm with you there.
Right? All right, I got one more for you. You ready? This one might be a little out there. I acknowledge I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. The Yankees were playing. Okay, here we go. Overtime rules. They're hotly debated. Should both teams get a shot? What if you kick a field goal, you don't score a touchdown, blah, 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 right? Here's what we do overtime. Your team gets the ball first, let's say, right? If you score, you get to go again. You go until you don't score. Whatever your total points are, that's your points. Now I get to go. I go until I either beat you or I don't, and then the game's over. Unlimited offense in overtime. You love that.
As much as I want to say yes, I love the unlimited offense.
That is awesome.
No.
Yeah.
Because if you're a team that is predicated on defense, like you're right, you got to stop them.
Yeah.
But my offense isn't that great. So
listen, sorry, win the game in regulation. If not, in overtime, you get the ball first. If you score 9 straight touchdowns, keep on going. Don't matter to me.
What if no one scores?
What happened?
What if no one scores?
Well, then you go again. You do it again.
What if we keep scoring?
That's the idea. Keep scoring.
So the game just is in.
You can score 9
game.
touchdowns, and then I stop you. I got to score 10 touchdowns to beat you. It's awesome. Yeah.
That's just dumb.
This is overly complicated.
That's just dumb.
There's too much.
Because
football is rigidly timed, and now you're just giving Major League Baseball extra innings.
Yeah.
It never ends.
Did I mention the 5-yard holding is no longer a first down? Did you like that one? Yeah, I'll go back to that one. We can forget about the last one.
Yeah, forget about the last one.
Meanwhile, listen, last night there was playoff baseball on Fox and FS1, and it was awesome. I'll get you caught up in everything that happened last night, including the walk-off 3-run home run. It was badass right after this.
When we were a motorized bicycle company, they said that's fine for the streets, but you'll never win a race. They said motorcycles are one thing, but you can't make cars. All right, you're a car company, but you won't win Formula One in a hybrid. Well, you'll never compete off-road. What about when there is no road? No gas. They've challenged us to do a lot of things. What will we do next? Honda, the power of dreams.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. And of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that.
You deserve to save.
Heard that before.
You deserve to save.
I know.
I need you to hear me. You deserve to save.
I deserve to save.
I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy, less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text SURGE to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text SURGE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SURGE 1231.
Wanted. Full-time fans. Must be enthusiastic problem solvers. Be good under pressure. Willing to travel. And happy to work weekends. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans. Brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
This is Sandra. She gets her financial advice from her mother. This is Tony, who gets his financial advice from his old college roommate. And this is what Frank used to say. He got smart about retirement at smartasset.com. They matched him with vetted fiduciary financial advisors to help turn his retirement priorities into a retirement reality. Everybody sure misses Frank.
Can someone get that?
SmartAsset.com. Take our free quiz and be matched with up to 3 vetted financial advisors. Get smart about retirement.
Today on Fox and FS1, the NLDS continues with Game 2. First, the Phillies battle the Braves. Then the Padres
Monster shot!
take on the Dodgers. The NLDS Game 2, today on Fox and FS1.
Look like there's a flag.
Mike, I can't keep up with you. You're racing around like you're 10 years younger. How do you stay in such great shape?
Eugenics Total T, Ed, helps me stay leaner, stronger, and gets me back to the energy and stamina I had when I was younger.
How'd you hear about Nugenics?
You kidding? You haven't seen Frank Thomas and Doug Flutie talk about it? Men over 40, get Nugenics Total T and get back on your game.
Tell him to send a text.
Send a text.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenics Total T, text RATE to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically validated to help increase free testosterone levels so you can trim up and stay lean.
Hey, Ralph, aren't you forgetting something?
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenics now. Text RATE to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenics Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free.
The NLDS continues today, starting with Game 2 between the Phillies and Braves at 4 Eastern on Fox. And then it's Padres-Dodgers, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific on FS1. And it's all streaming, of course, on the Fox Sports app. Let's take a look back at what happened last night. Start with Philadelphia and Atlanta. Down in Atlanta, that's Nick Castellanos, who's a free agent signing bust for Philly, who came up big this year, in this game at least, so with a single to left, scoring 2. That put the Phillies up 6-1. But in the bottom of the 9th, Matt Olson, 2 men on, bang, 3-run shot to dead center. It's now a 7-6 game. Zach Eflin, Travis d'Arnaud's coming up with a chance to tie the game. What does the former Met catcher do? What they all do. Yeah, he grabs out the short, game over. Bryce Harper's pumped up. Castellanos is waving goodbye to the Atlanta crowd. And the Philadelphia Phillies take Game 1 by a final score of 7-6. Cody.
Blast of a game. I mean, listen, the Philadelphia Phillies shouldn't even be in this scenario. They shouldn't have won this wild card spot. It should have been the Brewers. But they honestly have the worst defense of any team in Major League Baseball. But man, they are fun to watch in that they are so chaotic that they could honestly beat the Braves this series.
Well, they're up 1-0. Out west we go. The San Diego Padres, of course, fresh off beating the Mets in Game 3 on Sunday. Bottom 1, that's Trey Turner of the Dodgers. He homers to left field, putting the Dodgers up 1-0. We then fast forward to the bottom of the 3rd. Dodgers up 3-0, and Gavin Lux right there ropes a RBI double, putting the Dodgers up 4-0. Hits himself in the head because that's smart. And then we go to the top of the 9th. Dodgers up 5-3. Chris Martin gets Hakim to fly out to end the game. And there you have it. The Dodgers win Game 1. They are up 1-0 against San Diego. How about that game?
The Dodgers are the best team in Major League Baseball. But by the way, the Dodgers and Padres, that's a real rivalry. They do not like each other, and the Dodgers own the San Diego Padres.
Okay, so that's a good series to watch just from a
series.
rivalry standpoint,
Completely.
right? What's bigger, Giants-Dodgers, right?
Giants-Dodgers is the rivalry.
Got it. All right, so the Astros fell way behind to the Seattle Mariners yesterday in Game 1 of the American League Division Series. And I'm going to fast forward to the only play that matters, right? So it's 7-5. Seattle's about to win Game 1 on the road. There's 2 outs. Robbie Ray comes in for the Seattle Mariners, former Cy Young Award winner, and some guy I've never heard of gets into the batter's box with a chance to win the game. And let's take a listen and look at what happened last night.
Was it on a Tuesday? Alvarez launches deep right field, and this one is gone! And the Astros walk them off in Game 1. Yordan Alvarez! Are you kidding me?
Amazing. So good. Craig, this wasn't just a good ball game.
Well, listen, you have a 3-run home run to win a playoff game at home. That's the stuff every kid dreamt about.
Yes,
right?
I don't even play baseball, and it's like I want to experience that.
Like that's the dream. Now, maybe for you, is I don't know, like a game-winning catch in the Super Bowl. Did you play baseball at all growing up?
I did not.
So your dream growing up was football, yeah?
Basketball and football.
All right, so game-winning shot, game-winning catch, whatever it might be. That's every kid's dream right there. Playoff game, at home, be the hero, get the cheerleader, have a great night, come back, and do it again tomorrow, right?
Every aspect of what you said, especially the cheerleader part, which doesn't exist in
Yeah,
baseball.
well, they're not cheerleaders in Green Bay, so he would know what I'm talking about.
Have you done it before?
Have I gone out with the cheerleader post game?
No, the walk-off.
Have you
Yes,
been a walk-off?
My final at bat of my career was a walk-off home run.
How much did you pay the pitcher to groove a fastball?
Look at that.
It was 97, and I crushed it. Sorry.
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Walked it off.
What
on
was
a
this?
great-
What, you wiping the dirt off?
Wiping the dirt. Hey, listen, it was as Crash Davis as it gets. It was a AAA ball game, and I hung him up.
So your final at bat of your career was a home run.
Walk-off home run.
A walk-off home run.
Yes, it was.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I got a pen for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I'm going to write your name
That's
never.
First ever Carton Show pen I've ever given away.
We need to pull that video.
It's a good one. You want a good call. It's a very good call.
Oh, yeah? All right, we'll get that for next year. For spring training. We'll make sure that you feel good about yourself.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay, if you're here in March, I promise we'll play it.
Yes, I can't wait.
All right, now, last night, the Yankees, of course, tried to start their trek to win their 28th championship, their first home playoff game in 3 years. But watching the game last night, Bob Costas, who's like the greatest announcer of all time, scared the heck out of me. I thought something happened in New York that I wasn't aware of, and he scared everybody across America. Listen how Bob Costas was told to open up the game last night.
Big sellout crowd here, but we weren't 100% sure this game was going to be played tonight. And for more, and it's shocking, here's Lauren Shahadi.
Right, stop it there. So, I took that seriously. Now, I'm on the radio in New York. I knew nothing about any type of tragedy or attack or, my mind starts wandering like what happened in New York that I'm unaware of and how could I be unaware of it? And when he added the word shocking at the end there, I went right to the computer. What did I miss? What did I miss? Well, I couldn't find anything. And here's why. He then threw it to the reporter who told us why the game last night with a sold-out Yankee Stadium, 45,000 screaming fans. It's the most electric that building has been in a very long time with Garrett Cole on the mound, trying to exorcise the demons of last year's playoff loss to the Boston Red Sox. Why did the game almost not take place?
Guys, thank you so much. Wild stuff. Here's what we know. Apparently, one of the stars of HBO's House of the Dragon has decided to take in a ball game here in the Bronx. Officials are hopeful that the Dragon won't breathe fire during gameplay, but we'll see if he complies. By the way, House of the Dragon is streaming on HBO Max if you want to check
All right,
it
now
out.
stop it for a second. Start it from the scratch.
Oh, God.
And here's the problem. Start her report from jump again, and I want to tell you what the problem is. Play it if you can. Go right ahead. All right, because it's what. Start. I want when she gets on. Yeah. If you stop it a couple seconds in, here's the problem. Play it from the top if you guys can, real quick, okay? This is what really bothered me about this, okay? Before we're introduced to the fire-breathing dragon that's hovering over Yankee Stadium.
Guys, thank you so much.
Right,
wild stuff. Here's what we know.
Stop it right
Apparently,
there.
one
Stop
of the
it.
stars.
All right. Wild stuff. She said, wild stuff, Bob. Here's what we know so far. If you stop it there, the scare tactic continues.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to see NYPD SWAT guys going, we got him surrounded. Right? Wild stuff, Bob. Here's what we know so far. There's a dragon flying over Yankee Stadium. Go ahead, now let it play.
Stars of HBO's House of the Dragon has decided to take in a ball game here in the Bronx. Officials are hopeful that the Dragon won't breathe fire during gameplay, but we'll see if he complies. By the way, House of the Dragon is streaming on HBO Max.
What a
if you want to
horrendous
check it
way
out.
to
Back
promote
to
a
you.
show, right? It's like at least Men in Black, they had real UFOs, flying over Citi Field or Shea Stadium.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you feel bad for Bob Costas?
I do, because I can tell you, I know Bob a little bit, and Bob takes baseball seriously. It's his favorite sport. and they hired the greatest baseball announcer living, now that unfortunately Vin Scully passed away, to do the game. And I guarantee you, when they said, Bob, listen, here's what we need you to do. We need you to read that. I guarantee you, Bobby said, you're out of your effing minds. I'm not doing it.
But did it not work? We're talking about it.
No.
By the way,
You're
that's
not
a
wrong.
very good point. It worked. But it was so stupid.
It was. The worst part was Bob came back. He's like, yes, I felt like I was just part of the world, Orson Welles in the War of the Worlds thing.
Remember to Bob, no one's alive that when the Orson Welles thing happened.
Yeah.
You even know what the story is?
Nope.
Orson Welles did a thing called War of the Worlds back before there were televisions, all right? And they scared a city in New Jersey into thinking that extraterrestrials had landed in a city in New Jersey and were attacking everybody.
Yes.
And people bought it because it was on the radio.
Is
and
this
they
why
trusted the
everybody
radio.
feels the way about New Jersey that they feel about? 'Cause everything just bad happens.
You believed aliens had attacked.
By the way, I thought something bad happened. Then I saw a fire-breathing dragon, and I was like, it's only a dragon. We're going to be all right.
But the dragon complied, so it didn't breathe fire.
Do I have time to show them the Donaldson home run? I'm only showing this to you because it's fascinating what took place. Years ago, in a very important playoff game at Yankee Stadium, a ball was hit into right field, and a 10-year-old kid named Jeffrey Mayer kind of leaned over the right field wall, and he stopped Tarasco.
Tony Tarasco.
From catching the ball. And it became Yankee lore and legend.
Yep.
It should have been interference by the fan, but they counted it as a home run, okay? So Josh Donaldson gets up last night. It's a 1-1 game in the 5th inning. Before you show it, all right, good, it's fine. And he hits this ball to right field. The ball's going to hit on the top of that red sign there, the FW Web sign, all right? When they showed the close-up of it, you've got all those Yankee fans sitting front row. None of them can make a play on the ball. And Greg, the ball bounced. You can see it there. 17 different people have a chance to grab the ball. If any one of those people grabs the ball, it's a home run. It's not interference because they hit the top of the wall and went up. They didn't lean over the wall. Donaldson thinks it's a home run because he assumes Yankee fans who have no problem criticizing players for not making plays are going to clearly make a play on that ball. So he starts pimping the walk. He's like, woohoo, Yankee home run. Except the Yankee fans didn't catch that ball. The outfielder throws the ball right back in. Donaldson's caught in between first and second, pimp walking around the bases, and he gets tagged out of first base, out. Now, they reviewed it, of course, because it's a 1-1 game at that time, and if that's a home run, you got to get credit for it because you don't know how the rest of the game is going to go. It didn't go the Yankee way, and Donaldson gets tagged out.
Yes, he does. And by the way, this is the exact reason why I never pimped a home run. One, I have no swag, but also I'm Jewish, so in the back of my head, just thinking, I better get on second because if this doesn't go out, hits a pigeon or something, I'm never going to live it down.
I'm not sure what that has to do with you being Jewish, but I appreciate the story.
Because we have...
We?
Yeah, you know how us Jewish people can be.
Yeah, I'm fast.
No, you are not.
Yeah, I'm fast.
But that wasn't my point. My point is in the back of my shoulder, I have a whole history of families going, oh, missed the big shot. Can't run it out, can ya?
There's a bunch of cards that ran out of Egypt really fast. Really fast. The Pharaoh's not going to get me. Let's go. Get me some matzah.
This guy's hilarious.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, we. Just because you're slow and Jewish doesn't mean we all are.
Oh, man.
You would think I wouldn't be dizzy or out of breath, and yet both are true. I got to run this way just for a second to calibrate my body for a second. Isn't it great being around a couple athletes?
It is awesome. I'm absolutely loving it.
Right? By the way, Garrett Cole was under a lot of pressure last night because a year ago, he pitched the one-game wild card game for the Yankees against the Red Sox at Fenway, where he historically sucks, and he sucked. and the Yankees got eliminated.
It's true.
Last night he got into a little bit of trouble, but to his credit, got out of it and pitched the game like an ace pitches a game. So great job by Garrett Cole.
Even after the game, they asked him the question how he felt coming out of the game to that ovation, because he's not used to getting that type of ovation.
Not at Yankee Stadium, he's not.
Yeah, so he almost looked emotional, and he could feel it. That meant a lot to him.
There's also a great article written by Lindsay Adler in The Athletic this week, a one-on-one interview with Garrett Cole, who came out and said, I've got the hardest job in all of baseball, being the New York Yankee ace, and being expected to walk through the fire every 5 days and be the man, and I love it. Not bad, right?
I like that quote.
I mean, he hasn't pitched like it, but at least, you know,
he did last
he was
night.
able to verbalize it. Can guy get some oxygen, by the way? Like, you wouldn't think I'd be this out of breath. I ran around a table 4 times. I gotta start doing some push-ups. Coming up, another NFL apology, and Jerry Jones getting ready for Cowboys-Eagles Sunday night. Wait to hear what JJ had to say right after this.
Reggie Bush had something important taken from him, so Wendy's is returning it.
The pretzel pub! Let's go! Yes!
We haven't told him it's back for a limited time.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's Pretzel Pub Cheeseburger.
New projects means new project managers. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/hire and get started today.
New Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda.
Classic cola.
Wow, that's some loud flavor. What just happened? Bud Light Seltzer Hard Soda. Loudest flavors ever.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with Multiview. Try free at FuboTV.com.
Dude, you coming?
Alka-Seltzer Plus Power Max Gels, cold and flu relief with more concentrated power. Because the only thing dripping should be your style. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, Winter Warriors with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
What's up, man? We need to talk about that lucky jersey.
Haven't washed it in years.
Multiple years?
I don't see any stains. It's lucky.
It's dirty.
Lucky.
Dirty.
Lucky.
Dirty.
Dirty.
Lucky.
Ha! Maybe lucky?
No. Dirty. You know what to do.
Good luck out there.
Bro, no, listen.
It's dirtier than it looks. It's got to be Tide Hygienic Clean. Now get $15 back when you spend $45 on Tide and Downy.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
This is my maker's moment, and I make it remarkable. At Chipotle, our garlic guajillo recipe brings a whole new dimension to steak. Our most tender cuts, hand-seasoned and grilled fresh, mixed with garlic and guajillo peppers, finished with fresh lime and cilantro. All new garlic guajillo steak. It's a whole new dimension of flavor.
Start Saturday strong with Michigan Penn State on Fox.
This week, we're on the road in Ann Arbor from the Big House.
America's #1 game is Big Noon Saturday.
Touchdown, Michigan! Blake Corum and the 5th-ranked Wolverines battle the 10th-ranked Nittany Lions. The best pregame, the best announcers, the biggest games. Oh! Big Noon Saturday. Penn State, Michigan on Fox.
We need some help.
I know. I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. And if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Introducing Analon X, the only nonstick engineered for flavor with the exclusive SearTech technology, a unique base and a stainless steel mesh that ordinary nonstick pans don't have, engineered to keep oil in the middle of the pan, directly under food, caramelizing and searing better, to create the flavors that stop conversations. Shop now and get free shipping at AnalonX.com.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Seeing the progress was awesome. Seeing my hair grow back so quick.
I feel great. I feel confident. I feel very happy about my journey so far with Keeps and where it's going in the future.
Get started at keeps.com/TV.
After a brutal night at Extreme Rules in Philadelphia, who will be left standing? Find out on an all-new edition of Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on Fox.
Timber! It's the Lego Masters Treehouse of Terror.
I can't do this anymore.
All new Lego Masters tonight after The Masked Singer on Fox.
Okay, it's the Carton Show here on FS1. We have Green Bay Packer Hall of Famer Greg Jennings and, of course, Cody Decker. You got lots more baseball, of course, coming up on Fox and FS1, and then we get ready tomorrow. Football's back, and the week's just flying on by. You know, I was aware that there's a story out there that involves me that I should address here because social media is going crazy with it, and, you know, we have to acknowledge things that happen in our personal lives because we do this show. I am aware that I did not make the top 5 of the hottest, sexiest bald men on the planet. I came in 6th, and that's fine. I do want to congratulate my fellow bald, sexy man, Vin Diesel, who's done nothing in the last 10 years other than the same movie over and over again. He was great though in The Babysitter. I'll give you that. He's the hottest bald guy. The Pacifier. Yeah. Thank you for that, Cody.
I'm here.
By the way, great movie. Is it? Yeah, I loved it. Michael Jordan's on the list, as he always is. The Rock is on the list. I'm not, and I'm aware of it. And it was a tough day for me yesterday.
I'm sorry. No Jason Statham?
No, and no me, more importantly. I'm not there.
It's okay.
No me. By the way.
Maybe next year.
No, probably not.
What? If you grow a beard.
I'm going to let it grow out so I don't get embarrassed by not being on the list. And the good news is that Robert Saleh, the Jet head coach, was not on the list either. Okay. From that to, yeah. I'm keeping receipts, all you follically unchallenged people. Ron Rivera stepped into it, didn't he, right? It started off with blaming the quarterback for everything. This is the shortest soundbite we were ever going to play, but if you missed it, here's what happened yesterday.
Why do you think the teams in the division are farther ahead at this point?
Quarterback.
Bang! Okay, that was actually 2 days ago. My apologies, right? He blamed everything in Washington on quarterback.
I love it.
Right? In a very Bill Belichickian manner, quarterback. Well, you know how some quarterbacks are, don't you, bud?
I do.
Sensitive guys. So apparently Carson Wentz got all sensitive and hot and bothered by it. So Ron Rivera, I mean, the man has survived cancer, and now he's got to deal with a sensitive quarterback whose feelings got hurt because he blamed the 1-4 start on him, which he should. So he had to walk the whole thing back yesterday. Listen to this dysfunctional nonsense. Go ahead.
There was no reaction to it. I think, you know, for the most part, we just had to make sure it was clarified yesterday, last night, and then today I had an opportunity to speak to the players, and I was very, you know, upfront and just told them, hey, that's on me. I should know better. Me of all people should know better, to be honest. I mean, I've been doing this quite some time, and for me not to finish my thought completely, I messed up, and so I just told the guys, it's on me, and it won't happen again.
No, you didn't mess up. You told the truth.
That's
like, I live in a world where the truth shall set you free, and honesty is the only policy. And he was asked the question, and he answered it, and he didn't think for a moment, oh, wait a minute, now I got to go babysit my quarterback because his feelings got hurt. Carson Wentz had one great year where he was almost the league MVP until he got hurt, and we will never take that year away from him. He also has a Super Bowl ring that nobody will ever take away from him. He has been a train wreck since. He ruined the Colt franchise last year. He's now, well, this franchise is so beneath water, it's embarrassing. You can't ruin what's already ruined, right? But he's part of the reason, and it should be okay for a head coach to say, look, he makes the most money. It's his fault.
Absolutely. If they were winning, it would be large part because of how Carson Wentz was playing.
Correct.
But the part that stands out to me about the apology is apparently he was asked what happened in the locker room, how the guys take it. There's no reaction to it.
Right.
Like, that right there lets me know everybody in the locker room understands Yeah, Carson is he's not an X factor. The only X that comes up with Carson Wentz is the fact that you're not going to check any boxes of winning.
Now, I think this is probably Carson Wentz's last year in the NFL, unless he wants to be, a couple $1 million a year backup, like a Joe Flacco, all due respect to Joe, where, hey, we've got a young stud quarterback. We want a veteran to kind of teach him the ropes and explain the NFL life to him. But how many more chances do you give a guy who doesn't play well? Now, I know Washington fans have come to his defense because I see it on Twitter all the time that I'm an idiot and I know nothing about football because I'm taking shots at Carson Wentz. The offensive line stinks. He's under pressure a lot. Wide receivers aren't getting open. Blah, blah, blah. The problem is that all of you guys bought into the notion that you had a veteran quarterback who's going to lead an average team talent-wise to the postseason in now what has become the best division in all of football. Sorry, not sorry. He's not good enough.
He's not good enough. And in that division, it's not even that he's not good enough. Their defense is no longer what they once were a couple years ago. They were the reason why this team had success with Tyler Heineke, or the guy at the quarterback. And so for me, when you look at that, like the defense fall off, you don't get the quarterback, and you should have probably grabbed Jimmy Garoppolo because you see what he's doing on the other coast. Like, it's all just been bad for the Commanders, but you can't expect anything less. It's Washington.
Think about this. It's funny you mention that. Washington could have had Jimmy Garoppolo, and I saw an interview a couple days ago where Jimmy Garoppolo said he was this close to being traded to Carolina. Matt Rule would still be coaching in Carolina if they pulled the trigger, and I don't know what the deal was or what the holdup was for it. It might have been money, it might have been draft picks, I don't know. But the fact that Jimmy thought he was going to Carolina, it's amazing how fortunes change based on singular decisions. If Washington goes with Jimmy Garoppolo, listen, I'm not saying they're 4-1, but I guarantee you they're not 1-4. If Carolina goes with Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm not saying that they're a wild card team right now, but they're certainly better than where they are. They're a train wreck right now. And that's why a lot of times we blame a head coach, we blame a quarterback, but the guys that really deserve the blame are the general managers, the pro personnel directors, the guys that make those executive decisions that this guy's not coming here, this guy is coming here.
Yeah, in one of the interviews, Ron Rivera was asked by the reporter, or the reporter made the statement, well, you brought him here. And then he goes on to say, yeah, I have no regrets. Well, a lot of times as a coach, you're asked after the fact, like, are you okay with this guy? Well, even if he said no, the general manager, the scouting department, they've already pretty much made up in their mind that, we believe he's the better suit for our program.
Yeah, I would say there's no more than 4 or 5 coaches in the league today that have making the power to say no. Belichick has the power to say no. Maybe McVay has the power to say no. There's not a lot of guys that have that kind of wood right now in the NFL. There really isn't.
No.
Now, from a guy that has all the wood.
What?
Okay, that sounded weird. I'm not talking about the Giants sideline again. I'm not doing it. Don't make me do it, Greg. I'm talking about my man JJ. Oh, yeah. Yes. I haven't heard from Jerry Jones in a hot minute, but he did talk about the Sunday night game. It is the game of the week. I can't wait for it. Cowboys, Eagles, 4-1, 5-0. What did Jerry Jones have to say?
I'm so impressed with really the way Philadelphia has evolved and gotten where they are. That is going to be a real challenge for us up there. They've got the goods, and so we're going up there Sunday. And what is exciting is that I don't know when I've felt any better about going in to the Philadelphia area, even though they've got one of the best teams they've had in years. It's called Mojo.
Listen, they got some mojo. I feel bad, because Jerry Jones is getting older, and obviously as you come to the end of your stewardship of a team, you want to get that last trophy, that last ring. But I do like what he said, because a part of me, when I heard the second end of it first this morning, I was like, oh boy, he just jinxed the Dallas Cowboys, right? I like our mojo. But everything he said about Philadelphia is respectful, A, factual B. That is a damn good team, and even though the Cowboys have had this great run now with Cooper Rush, they haven't lost a game, they're going into a bit of a hornet's nest because Philadelphians hate the Dallas Cowboys with a passion. Dallas hates everybody because they're the Cowboys, right? But to Philly, this is their nemesis, and they will be ready to go.
Jerry Jones, for once, didn't bring all the attention to the star.
Fair point.
He sent all the attention to Philly fans and to that organization.
You think he's playing them?
Of course. His guys know how he truly feels. They feel like they're a better team than Philly. They just haven't played Philly and had the opportunity to play them. Now they do. One is 5-0. Philly, credit to them. They look fantastic. I think they're a great team. But the Dallas Cowboys are for real. They've allowed 5 touchdowns all year. I mean, like this
and by
team
the way, and as much as we love Jalen Hurts, they have more running touchdowns than passing touchdowns. So that offense, while they're 5-0 and he has looked great, it's not like they're lighting the scoreboard up, throwing the ball into the end zone the entire game. And you're right, that Cowboy defense is so damn good. If they neutralize the run, now we're going to see Jalen have to throw passes down the field to try to win this game.
And they have a couple guys, one in particular, that can get after the quarterback.
Yes, they do.
That is a game changer, has been a game changer since the moment he put on an NFL uniform.
Yeah.
And Micah Parsons is a man-child.
Jerry Jones all of a sudden got really mature on us, didn't he?
He did.
Oh, Philadelphia. Everybody loves Philadelphia. Yeah. Well, this is going to be the litmus test of who the stud is in the NFC East, and I can't wait for that game. Before we get out of here, you know, we give Cody a hard time a lot on this show because he's a willing participant in allowing us to bust his chops. So I thought maybe today, it's like Sadie Hawkins Day or something, we'll flip the script and we'll give you something positive to end the show on.
Really?
All right? I know it's going to make you uncomfortable for us to praise you or do something good for you. Earlier today, Cody referenced his last at-bat as a professional baseball player was a walk-off home run. Here it is and how it sounded.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a drive into deep left center. That ball's headed for the wall. It is gone.
I literally am getting chills, Cody.
The Aces win. Cody Decker with a game-winning 2-run home run. And the Aces have walked off Sacramento. 10-9 is the final.
There you go.
Jumps on top
There you go. You look like Volkback from the Mets.
Whoa. I'm sorry they don't tailor my jerseys to me, but that is a jacked man rounding those faces.
That's because there isn't enough fabric to tailor that jersey.
Well, this was a lovely compliment you gave me to end the show.
That slow Jewish thing was right. We got to get going tomorrow. We got Thursday Night Football. All the baseball from today. For Greg and Cody, I'm Craig. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. Let's go face to face. I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes. I just make my case.